Hi all, welcome to the channel. Today in this video, we'll be understanding about the union transformation in mapping data flow activity in ADF. So for this purpose, also I have created the input and the desired output dataset. So let's understand what the union transformation will do. So you can see in the input dataset, we have three different streams. Okay, the data is coming from the customers stream, the employee stream, and the vendor stream. Okay, three different streams, and all the data which is coming is having the first name and the last name as two separate columns. So customer first name, last name, employees first name, last name, vendors first name and last name. Okay, so three different streams data is coming, and suppose we need three streams data, the first name and last name, as a combined data set. Okay, so for this purpose, for combining the data, we can use the union transformation. So the combination is in terms of the rows. Okay, all the customers from the first stream plus the customers from the second stream plus the customers from the third stream. So here I have taken three streams example. Union can be used to combine the streams. It could be like n number of streams you can combine. Okay, so this could be achieved using this transformation known as union. So let's go to the official page of union in mapping data flow from Microsoft. So here we can read here that union will combine multiple data streams into one with the SQL union of those streams as the new output from the union transformation. Okay, same as SQL, we do the union, so this transformation also will serve the same purpose. All of the schema from each input stream will be combined inside of your data flow without needing to have a join key. Okay, then you can have or you can combine n number of streams in the settings table by using the plus icon. This settings I'll show you in the ADF itself, and there are these configurations like name, position, which we can read while we demonstrate the mapping. Okay, so let's go to our ADF and start creating a pipeline first. Okay, name it as pipeline for our union. Let's take the data flow activity and we'll name it as data flow union. And now comes adding of the sources. So these sources which I have shown you in the input data set as customers, employees and vendors, I have placed them, the files for them, into the storage account inside input folder inside union demo. So you can see customers, employees, vendor. Let's check them. Click on edit, preview, and we can see the customer data. Okay, four records are here. Similarly, we have the employee CSV. We can preview the data, employees data. Then comes the vendors, edit, preview, the vendors first name and last name. Okay, so this is the data set from three different sources. Okay, customers, employees and vendors, which we'll be using to union. So now here click on add source. Okay, and we will now add the source. The source one would be our customers data, and the data set will connect to our storage Gentoo account where the file is placed. So it's a CSV. So click here and then continue. Let's name it as customers data set. File link service is already established for this. First row is having header, so click on it. Then let's browse to the location. So it was inside ADF container, inside input folder and union demo folder. So the very first would be customers. So click on customers.csv, click OK, click OK. And here we can see the data set connected. Okay, Next comes, since I've already enabled the data flow debug option over here at the top, we can preview the data here itself. Yes, so we got the customer first name, customer last name from the first data set. Okay, now we will add another data set. Here you can see, so add source, we'll name it as employees. Okay, now we'll connect to the employees data set. It's also in the same storage into account as a CSV, so we'll name it as employees. Link service is the same. First row is having header. Let's browse to the file location inside the ADF container, inside Union demo folder as employees.csv. Click OK. Click OK. Okay. So 2 of the sources we already have. Let's see. Let's zoom, and here it's customer and employees. Now the third source would be our vendors. That is the last stream. So let's name it as vendors stream. Okay, let's connect to the data set, which is also placed in the same location. So name it as vendors data set, Gento storage account, first row having header, browse to the location, Union demo as vendors.csv. Click on OK. Okay, so we have the 3 source streams present. Okay, next. Okay, so this is done. Next, we can now click on the plus sign. Okay, either of the 3 sources you can press. Either of the 3 sources you can click on the plus sign to add union transformation. So click here. Okay, the union transformation can be seen under the multiple inputs outputs section over here. Okay, so click on union. Okay, so it will be auto connected, and let's now see the settings. So it is union, then the incoming stream to which we have connected is automatically showing customers. Okay, now if you have connected from here, let's say first, so it would have shown you employees. Okay, so the incoming stream is customers, and now we will be unionizing it. Okay, so this I'll explain you in just some time later. Let's first combine the streams. Okay, so union with the streams. Okay, the next stream here is in the drop down. You can see the other two streams which you have already taken as sources as employee. So click on here. Okay, so you can see the connection is established. Okay, let's see first. When I clicked on it, so connection established. Next, let's say the vendor stream is there. So how we have to connect to the vendor stream? So you can see here, over here, you can see the plus sign. Okay, so click on plus. Okay, another stream will pop up. Okay, so the remaining stream was vendor, so it has all automatically taken vendor. Okay, had there been some more streams, so you can click on plus and add the next streams. Okay, so we have only 3, so all 3 are connected in the like the mapping itself. You can see the connection established. Okay, let's now I'll tell you about the union by name and position differences. Let's first preview the data by keeping it as default as name only. So let's preview the data. Yeah, so you can see here that the streams were from customer, first name last name, employees first name last name, and vendor first name and last name. So the data is coming up: 4 records from the first stream, 4 records from the second stream, and 4 records from the third stream. Okay, you are seeing it as different columns. So let's go to the official page and read about it. We have since here we have selected what in the settings we have selected name. Okay, so the name, when you choose name, okay, union by name, each column value will drop into the corresponding column from each source. Okay, so that's why upon selection of name, it will drop into corresponding columns. Okay, different columns will be created over here. okay, and they will be placed into those columns, keeping the other columns as null. Okay, with the new concatenated metadata schema. If you choose union by position, each column will drop into an original position from each corresponding source, resulting in a new combined stream of data where the data from each source is added into the same stream. Okay, same stream it will be added. So for seeing what would happen with the position, let's click on position, let's come to data preview and refresh to see how it appears. Let's wait for the data to come up. So yeah, here you can see that 4 records from the customer, then next 4 records from employee, and next 4 records from vendors have been clubbed into the same first name and last name. Okay, so the name is coming up as the first source name, cus first name and last name, which we could rename using the select transformation. Okay, so we have clubbed it through union. Okay, so we'll keep the setting as position because we want the data to appear in the same column. Okay, now since in the output data set we don't want the name to be cus first name and last name, so for this purpose we can add the select transformation under the schema modifier section, which will help us to rename the column names. Okay, so here about the select transformation, I've already created a video. You can go through it. It is used to rename or changing the position, etc. So for this purpose, like, you can visit the official documentation page where it says that it's used to rename, drop or reorder the columns. So similarly, like, we'll be renaming the cus first name and last name as first name, last name. Okay, so let's rename it. So we have selected we have added the select transformation, and here in the settings you can see the input columns are shown as cus first name, last name. So we want to be named as, so here we can name it as first name and last name. Okay, so this is done. Let's go to the data preview and click on refresh of the select transformation. Yeah, so here the name is appearing as first name, last name, and all the data from the 3 streams. Okay, this looks fine. Let's now add the sink. So destination sink, and this will be named as sink of union, and the dataset we want it in the same location inside the output folder. Okay, click OK. Now in the settings tab, we want the file name option as output to single file, okay, which will enable the set single partition. Click OK, and here the file name we have to give, so union output dot csv. Okay, and let's go to the data preview, click refresh. So the overall mapping looks like this. Okay, you can add multiple streams of data to union, and then you can use select transformation, or you want to, let's say, concatenate the first name, last name, so you can use the derived column transformation, and you can further work on the streams or the combined streams of data which you have got through union. Okay, so let's see, the output looks fine. Now we'll publish the changes. And then we'll go to the pipeline and we'll click on debug. So the current pipeline is in execution. Let's wait for it to complete. So we can see the status has succeeded. So let's go to the output folder. Oh no, it's in the output. Yeah, here output, as union output.csv. So click on it, click edit, and then on preview. So we could see the first name, last name, which we renamed it through select transformation, and then we added the data from all the three sources. That is, the source streams were customers, employees, and vendors. So all the records you can see, 4 records from customers, another 4 from employees, and next from vendors have appeared in the output dataset, which looks fine. So this we can achieve through union transformation, and I think you've got the basic beginner level understanding of the union, like how to use the union transformation in mapping data flow. So thank you for watching the video and happy learning. Bye.